Greetings and welcome to another Lessons with Odin. On this episode, I have these frilly little earrings to make. This time, it's kind of got this ruffly texture, which is kind of cool. It looks like a little flowery doodad doohickey thing. And it is using DropDuos and DiamonDuos or GemDuos. Just a kind of fun little earring set I just threw together. And now, I will teach you how to make them. And before we get started, be sure if you like tutorials, random musings, and make-up bits, be sure to like up and subscribe if you want to see more bullshit from me. And an update for my Patreon patrons. I have a design set up, and I'm in progress of it. So here's a little sneaky peek of what we will be doing. The theme was simple and repetitive, so I don't know if I got the simple part, but I did get the repetitive, and I'm going to turn it into a bracelet, or even you can turn these into earrings by themselves. Just little fun things to put together with a little bit of sparkle in there. So if you want to learn how to do this for $1 a month, and you get access to all of my Patreon tutorials that are not posted on YouTube, feel free to check out in the description box for my Patreon page. Alrighty, let's get started on these earring bits. So for each pendant you will need a 10mm round bead, 8 DropDuo beads, these are these tiny sunflower seed looking thingies, 4 DiamonDuos or GemDuos, 4 4mm bicones, 1 dangly drop, I'm using a dagger, 1 accent bead, I am using a big-ass rondelle that I don't remember what the size is. Size 15 seed beads, and size 11 seed beads. One of these spring coily thingies will help in the beginning, and if you are making earrings, you will need ear wires. And you will need to double these beads, so for earrings you'll need 2 of these, 16 of these, 8 of these, 8 of these, 2 of these. And of course your needle and thread. I'm using a size 12 needle with some cheap-ass Nymo because I'm trying to get rid of it. And with all that being said, let us get started. Alright, so on my thread I have my spring clasp thingy with like a 3 to 4 inch tail because I'm not going to use it. I have threaded my pearl and a pattern of 1 size 15 and 1 DropDuo times 4 so that we have half of our bead strung. So 15 duo, 15 duo, 15 duo, 15 duo, etc. Now we're going to loop around and pass back through the pearl to wrap it around in place. Then to reinforce it, I'm just going to pass back through all of those beads once more, just to make sure it's tight against the bead and it doesn't want to move around in places. Then I'm going to end up back through the pearl, so we have it set up like that. Next up, we're going to add the other half of our set to wrap around the pearl, but this time we're going to start with the duo. So we'll do duo 15, duo 15, duo 15, duo 15. All the way around, then we're going to repeat to anchor it to the other side. So my working thread is coming up here. I'm just going to pass back through the pearl. Then I'm going to wrap it around till I get to the other side. So I'm just going to go through all my duos and my 15s. Just like that. Then when I meet my tail end, I'm going to tie an overhand knot using the tail end and the working thread. Then you can remove your springy thingy. I'm going to pass back up through the pearl once more. Then I'm going to pick a side and move all the way around the pearl. So I'm starting here, picking up the size 15. I'm going to move all the way around so that I picked up each beads, and I make this circle nice and clean, because you can see how there's a disconnection between these 2 beads here and these 2 beads down here. You just want to go through all of those to make a nice, pretty circle. And then we end up with that. I'm coming out of a DropDuo bead, and I'm going to just move up to the top of that same DropDuo bead to get to the next row. Now you will notice that we have tighter gaps in 4 places and wider gaps in the corners. So in these tighter gaps, which is where I'm at right now, I'm going to thread on 1 diamonduo, then pass through the top hole of the next DropDuo forward, so that it fits nicely in that gap there. Next up comes a wider gap, so I'm going to add a size 15, a 4mm bicone, and a size 15, and pass through the top hole of the next DropDuo over, so that it bridges this gap. Now we're at a small gap again, so we're going to add a diamonduo, pass through the next top hole to bridge that gap. And repeat that. Next we're going to add a bicone, duo, and end on a bicone. And then we end up with that. And the remainder of the earring is basically decoration with seed beads. So, when I added my last bicone, I passed all the way through the DropDuo, diamonduo, and DropDuo. And I'm going to start some decorations moving this direction, and I'm going to start with this diamonduo here. So my thread is coming out of just the DropDuo. I have added 1 size 15, 1 size 11, and 3 size 15s. I'm going to move up and pass through the top hole of the diamonduo. I'm going to add 1 size 15, 1 size 11, 1 size 15, pass back around through the top hole again, so that these 3 beads cap off the tip of the diamonduo. I'm going to then add 3 size 15s, 1 size 11, and 1 size 15, then pass through the hole of the DropDuo down below. I'm going to continue on through the diamonduo, through the next DropDuo, and size 15 next to a bicone. Then I'm going to add 2 size 15s, 1 size 11, 2 size 15s, pass through the next DropDuo, diamonduo, and DropDuo. Then we're going to decorate our next diamonduo by repeating the same steps we did here. So first, from this DropDuo, I'm adding 1 size 15, 1 size 11, 3 size 15s, going through the top hole of the diamonduo, 1 size 15, 1 size 11, 1 size 15, passing back through the top hole to wrap the tip, 3 size 15s, 1 size 11, 1 size 15, pass through the DropDuo, diamonduo, DropDuo, next size 15. From here you decorate the bicone with 2 15s, 1 11, 2 15s, move all the way over to the next DropDuo to decorate this diamonduo, decorate your bicone and the last diamonduo by passing through all the way over, and the last bicone. And that is what you end up with. So for the last row, we're going to be doing some tailoring with the shape. We're going to pop the points on top of the bicones. Then we're going to move around, making the shape nicer around the diamonduos and adding our bail for our earring and the tip at the bottom. So I'm coming out of a size 15 right next to the bicone here. I'm going to pop the points just by going up through the next 2 size 15s, skipping over the size 11 and passing through the next 2 size 15s. If I pull that through, the size 11 sticks up. Now I'm going to go through the size 15 that is on top of the DropDuo. We're going to skip over the size 15 here. Just going to move that through. Going to go up the next size 11 and 3 size 15s. Going to go up the next size 15 until we are at the size 11 at the tip. I'm going to add 7 size 15 seed beads, then pass back around to form a loop. And you can leave it like this if you want, or you can do a double diamond right angle weave technique by passing up through the first bead, skipping over number 2 and passing through number 3, so that bead pops out, skip over number 4, go through number 5, push your thread around so that number 4 pops up, skip over number 6, go back through number 7, and finally through the 11. So that if you push that down, you end up with a diamond. Now we're going to move all the way down through 4 size 15s on the next side down, the diamonduo, the size 11, and the size 15. So we've just traveled all the way down. We're going to skip over this size 15, pass up through 2 size 15s on top of a bicone, skip over the size 11, go down the 2 size 15s. Skip over the size 15 next between the bicone and the DropDuo. Travel up through a size 15, size 11, 4 size 15s, through the size 11, and since we're not adding anything here, we're just going to travel back down, shape up this bicone by popping this point, then move up the next diamonduo and stop at the size 11, since that's where we're going to add our next decoration. So I am at the size 11 tip at the diamonduo opposite of our bale here. And for the drop, I have added a size 15, a size 11, our accent bead, a size 11, 3 size 15s, a drop, 3 size 15s. Now keep in mind that you might want to add more or less size 15s depending on how big the width of your drop section is. I've got a video on drops that gives more details about that if you have further questions. So in this case, I'm going to skip over the 3 size 15s, the drop 3 size 15s, move over, and go up through the size 11, accent bead, and size 11. Then to finish off, I'm going to add 1 size 15, pass back through the size 11 that we started from. Then I'm going to reinforce this once or twice just to make sure it's nice and secure. Then I will move back down to reach the next bicone, to pop that point, and go around to secure this shape on the diamonduo. Once I finish that, I am ready to end my threads and attach my earwire or whatever I'm using to hang this up. And then you will have your finished earring, and then you repeat these steps to make a second earring for both ears, or just do one ear. I've been known to do that, so it's all cool stuff. But anyway, that is what I have for you for this week. I hope you enjoyed. They're pretty quick to put together, and you can play with colors, play with shapes. I'm running out of crystal drops, so I just ended up using my daggers. But I want to see your interpretations of this project. Show me your colors, show me your shapes, either in the comments down below or on our Facebook group at Creations from Lessons with Odin. There's a link down below where you can join us in a lovely community of beading peoples. And I want to thank you to all of my patrons over on Patreon for supporting me on this channel. I am very appreciative of it, and it really helps me out creating better content for you and shiny designs. Once again, I do have August's design in the works, which is this nice shiny thing that's going to be a wide bracelet when I get to finishing it. So, if you would like access to this tutorial and you are not already a patron, be sure to check down in the links down below for my Patreon page to check it out. And I think that will do it from me. Be sure to like up this video and subscribe if you want to see more bullshit from me. Check out all my shenanigans all over on the internets. Follow me around social media and check out my other adventures. Thank you all so much for joining me. And of course, if there's anything I need to be trying out right now, feel free to let me know down below. And I will see you next time.